guys, so today I'm going to be detailing the E46. So as you can see, it's absolutely filthy. It's been sitting for months. Um, the wheels are fucking disgusting. So this is going to be good. Alright, so these are the detailing products I used. All this stuff can be had for under $50. I got just some basic household cleaners and a polisher and a vacuum and some clay bars. All this stuff is pretty cheap, so. So the first step to cleaning the exterior is to just rinse it down with a basic hose. This will get off any solid debris as well as big dirt particles. When you rinse the car, you just want to make sure that all surfaces get covered. So the next thing you want to do once you rinse down the car is to either get a bucket of soap, or if you're like me and you have a pressure washer with a foam cannon attachment, that's a better way to do it. So basically what you want to just do is cover the whole car with soap. I find it useful to go from the top down. That way you don't waste any. And then again, just make sure you cover all the surfaces and then let that sit for a couple minutes so that it soaks up all the dirt. Once the soap has been sitting on the car for a couple minutes, you want to get a wash mitt and go up and down the car. Try to avoid doing circles, that's how you scratch the surface. So just go up and down, use light pressure. You don't really have to go too crazy, you just really want to avoid scratching the surface of the car. You can use a bucket of soap with the wash mitt to put even more soap on the car, but what I like to do is to just get it wet and use the soap that's already on the car and just move it around. So once you've gone over the whole car with the wash mitt, you want to just rinse it down again with the hose. Make sure any excess soap is off the car, because you don't want it drying on the car. It's going to leave watermarks and it's not going to look good. Now we can start drying the car. One thing I found really useful is to use a squeegee to get off the excess water. It's not going to get off all the water, but it's a good start. Once you've gotten the excess water off with a squeegee, you can use a large hand towel like the one I have to get off the rest of the water. Make sure you get all the little cracks and crevices. You don't want any watermarks on the car after you're done. I got this towel from Chemical Guys. It's their large microfiber drying towel. It's by far the best towel I've ever had. It's really good, absorbs all the water. You can almost dry the entire car just in one pass on the towel. The next thing you want to do is the wheels. So make sure you do the wheels after the paint, because if you wash the rest of the car after the wheels are just going to end up getting dirty again because all the dirt from the rest of the car will just drip onto them. So you want to make sure you do that after. Also, I use a degreaser as well as a couple of various brushes. If you just try to, soap them down and use a towel, you're not going to get all the dirt and brake dust off. You really got to scrub it in there. It also takes a while, so just be patient. Each wheel takes a solid 10 to 15 minutes depending on how dirty they are. This specific wheel was really dirty, so it took a long time. So here's a before and after of the wheels. You can see this one is before and it's still really dirty. It's covered in brake dust. And now as we move on to the new one, it's real nice and clean. Now I'm going to be cleaning the door jambs. For this you want to use the degreaser again and just use a small soft bristle brush to rub it all out. The process for cleaning the gas door is exactly the same as the door jambs. You can see mine is really dirty before. You just want to use degreaser and a soft bristle brush to scrub all the dirt out. We're almost done with the exterior, so now we're going to clay bar the whole car. So basically, you're going to use the little piece of clay with some water, and it gets out tiny little contaminants in the paint that just make it feel rough. This is basically just really important to do before polishing so that you don't rub the dirt into the paint. Now we're on the last step of the exterior detail, which is to polish the paint. You want to put polish all around the pad, spread it onto the paint before using, and then just use the polisher on a low speed and spread it all around. The polish is really useful for getting out light surface scratches out of the paint, which may not seem like they're that bad to the blind eye, but when you really take a closer look, they actually do dull the paint a lot and they take away that shiny finish. Make sure you wipe off any excess polish so that it doesn't bake into your paint. Here's a before and after of the polishing. You can see all the light scratches on the right compared to the polished surface on the left. Now we finished the exterior details so we can start cleaning up the interior. I just bought this car as part of a series I'm doing on this channel, so you can see it's filled with all sorts of random crap. So the first step is to just clean out all that stuff. I have a big garbage bag where I'm just filling it up. You also want to take out the floor mats so that you can vacuum under them.
Oh, that car seat.
Now we can start vacuuming. You can see I removed the front seats out of my car. You might have noticed the huge rip in the driver's seat. So I'm actually replacing the front seats on this car. But even if you're not planning on replacing them, you might want to consider taking them out just because it gives you much better access to vacuum all the random crap that's in between the crevices of the seat. On these specific E46 BMWs, it's actually really easy to get the seats out. It's just two nuts and two bolts on the front and the back of the car. It only takes like 5 minutes, so it's really a good thing to do. Now that we've vacuumed up all the dirt and debris, we can start to clean the dirty carpets. You can see they have a few big stains, and so we're going to use all-purpose cleaner with some brushes to agitate all the dirt and get those carpets nice and clean. It's really important to saturate the area a lot. You can see I spray the carpet probably like 50 times because if you don't use enough all-purpose cleaner, you're not really going to be doing anything. You can already see how much cleaner the carpet's getting just from a little bit of scrubbing and some vacuuming. Alright, now we're working on the door panels. So for this you want to use the same degreaser as well as a soft bristle brush and just spray down the whole door panel and brush it all up, and then once you're done with that, just wipe it up with a microfiber. Nothing too difficult here. The process for the seats and the dashboard is exactly the same. You just want to use the brush and the degreaser to get off any remaining dirt. Alright, now we're on to the final step, which is going to be to clean the glass. So you want to use a glass cleaner as well as two microfiber towels. So you want to use the first microfiber towel just to apply it all around the whole surface of the glass, and then you want to use the second one to buff out any streak marks that might be left on there after the first one. So you want to do this for all the surfaces. You can see I did it for all the doors, the sunroof, the rear windshield, the front windshield, everything. Um, this is really important for visibility. Just makes the car look a lot nicer too. Just finished with the last part of the detail, so I'm going to walk around the car now and show you the results. I did just about everything on this car except for cleaning the engine, which I'm going to do on another day. I'm going to show you the inside now. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you like it, subscribe for more.